Okay, so let's carry on talking about negation. So the conclusion of all this really is that the pullback of true along false is this unique arrow from the initial object to 1. So we could instead say that false is the classifying arrow of exclamation mark 0. Another thing is that since we know that an arrow from the initial object to A is a monic, we can think of it as a subobject of A. It turns out it's the smallest subobject of A, since for any subobject Q of A, we're going to have that Z is contained in it. I should say ZA is contained with it, because there's this ZB such that Q after ZB is ZA. Now we define not, or we can think of not, as the classifying arrow of false. So then we get not false is true. Also, for any arrow W into omega, we have that not omega is true if and only if W is in false, which means that W is false after exclamation mark C. So I suppose this is like saying that not W is true if and only if W is false. Now, also, if we look back, we can say, well, we can think of exclamation mark 0 as the pullback of true along false. So we can think of not true then as the classifying arrow of exclamation mark 0. So not true is false. Now, if we know that not W is false, so if going back up here, if we know that W is false, then we know that not W is true. Sorry, if we know that not W is true, then we know that W is false. However, it's not the case. We don't have the other result. We don't have that not W is false is equivalent to W is true. So to say that not something is true is to say that that thing is false. But to say that not that thing is false is not to say that it's true. So if we have not W is false, well then we know that we know from this result that that is to say that not W is true. But that's not the same thing as saying that W is true. Not in non-classical logic anyhow.